What is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. Today, we continue our deep dive into some of the best college athletes coming into the 2021 NFL Draft. Today, we focus on Alabama cornerback Patrick Surtain. We're going to take a look at all of his college tape, and we're going to take a look at where we think he is a best fit in the NFL. All that and much more coming your way right now! Nick, we are ever so closer to the NFL draft, and we are taking a look at some of the best players coming out of college. And I believe when you take a look at players that are not only projected first round, but even top 10, it right in the middle, you got a guy named Patrick Surtain, who's coming out of the University of Alabama, who just seems to constantly breed and produce NFL caliber talent.
Yeah, I mean, if we look back to last year, Trayvon Diggs, who was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys in the first round, he was an absolute stud last season on a defense that really had nothing going for them. And with that bright side, I think that you can look to his counterpart at Alabama and say he's going to work out in the NFL. So there's a lot to look forward to. And Patrick Surtain, he's a 6'2" cornerback, bigger body than Trayvon Diggs, who's 6 feet tall. But Trayvon Diggs is nowhere near the man coverage defender that Patrick Surtain is. He is absolutely a lockdown corner. He can match up with the best of them. He has some of the best ball skills in this NFL draft. I think that if you're looking for a pure man-to-man corner to fit in your defense, this is the guy to go after. He is going to be an absolute stud in the NFL for sure.
I absolutely love Patrick Surtain and what he brings to the table. His father actually played in the NFL, which helps him a lot. Played for the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. He's got DNA in him that is entrenched in NFL football. He's been around the game his entire life. But to speak about him specifically, his length, his ability to track the ball, his ability to sit on routes and jump at the exact right time. He's not overly confident. He's not going to put himself in bad positions just to try to jump a route. He's going to play the safe route all the time. And he exudes exactly what Nick Saban would bring to any defense. And if I had to guess, Nick Saban has groomed this kid from the day that he walked on to the University of Alabama, because he is exactly what you expect as a top cornerback coming out from the Crimson Tide.
Now, as far as NFL comparisons, for me, I look towards Jair Alexander for the Green Bay Packers. I think the two of them are very similar in their man coverage style, very aggressive at the point of attack. They really look to target the ball and get that out of the wide receiver's hands, and they really stay on the hip of the receiver to make him very uncomfortable. I think that Patrick Surtain is going to be very similar to what we see from Jair in the NFL.
Yeah, I like Patrick Surtain a lot, and I actually think of somebody who's closer to home for us, and I look at J.C. Jackson, and he's a little shorter, but the same type of ball skills, the same type of confidence. He doesn't overplay his hand, and he is very smart. He's coached up very well, there's really not a ton of holes in this guy's game. I mean, he is one of the best all-around corners that we've had coming out of the draft in a long time. I just have to wonder why he would end up falling to the back end of the top 10, because this guy is for real, and he's got everything it takes to be a top pick in this draft.
Now, as far as teams we can expect to target in this draft, Patrick Surtain, just like Caleb Farley, he's going to be gone pretty much in the top 10, if not very soon after. Teams that you should look out to target him are the Carolina Panthers, the Denver Broncos, and the Cowboys. I would say if there is a dark horse, it would be the 49ers to move up after losing Richard Sherman. They reacquired Jason Verrett in free agency, who is very much a lockdown man coverage corner himself. If you put the two of them together, I think that would make for an even more terrifying 49ers defense.
Yeah, I'm with you on all of those, and I'm gonna give another one that I believe we have to look out for. Look out for the New York Jets to actually move back in their draft position, acquire more draft capital, and then possibly take one of these top corners. Because I believe that Joe Douglas, as much as the cornerback is an issue for the New York Jets, they have to figure out a way whether they're going to sign one in free agency or if they're going to draft one. I believe that the New York Jets are going to end up drafting one of these guys so they have them under contract for at least 5 years on, and they can work with Robert Salah and make sure that they're getting groomed the right way. I believe that that's exactly how they want to start building this team, and it makes a ton of sense if they were to move back. All right, well, that's going to do it for now. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.